This is the reminder move for ATM lesson number 1, bending the head to the side when sitting. So please lie on your back with both of your arms on either side of your body and gently scan yourself for the spaces in which your body lifts away from the floor and where your body presses down into the ground. And after you have a good idea of what type of contact you have with the floor, would you please sit up and bend your left leg backwards and your right leg closer to your body. Lean back on your right hand and place your left hand on the top of your head. And begin to move gently your head to the right and to the left using a very light movement and very easy effort only through your arm and your hand. So your neck is trying to be as quiet as you can as you bend your right ear to your right shoulder and your left ear to your left shoulder. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. And again, would you please sit up, bend your right leg backward, and bend your left leg closer to your body. Lean back on your left hand and place your right hand on top of your head. And just as you did before, begin to move your head back and to the right, forward to right and left. So your right ear goes to your right shoulder, your left ear goes to your left shoulder. And then leave this alone and let yourself rest. And again, take your left leg backwards and bend your right leg closer to yourself. Lean back on your right elbow and forearm and place your left hand on top of your head. And just as you did before, begin to gently move your head to the right and the left using a very light movement, very easy effort through only your arm and your hand. And then sit on up and change sides. So you'll bend your right leg backwards, bend your left leg closer to yourself, lean back on your elbow and your arm, and place your right hand on top of your head. And begin to move your head to the right and to the left. Nice easy movement. And then leave this alone and let yourself rest. And again, come back into that same position with your left leg backwards, your right leg closer. Lean back on your right elbow and forearm. And this time extend your left arm and hand up to the ceiling. And turn your eyes and your face to follow your left hand. And begin to gently move your left arm backwards and down while following it with your eyes. And then bring it back up to neutral. And then backwards and down. And then when you can, take your left arm and hand backwards and stay there. And just take your eyes to the right and to the left. Your eyes to the right and to the left. And notice what happens with your knees when you begin to move your eyes. Do they want to lift up from the floor? And then from here we'll change sides. So we'll bend your right leg backwards, your left leg closer to yourself, lean back on your left elbow and forearm, and extend your right arm and hand up to the ceiling. And then turn your eyes and your head to follow your right arm, and begin to move your right arm backwards and down towards the floor, while turning and following it with your eyes and your head. And just repeat this over and over again, easy. And the next time, stay there and just turn your eyes and your head to the left and then back. To the left and then back. And notice if your knees want to lift up off of the floor. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. And again, come on up to sitting. Bend your left leg backwards, your right leg closer to yourself. Lean on your right elbow and forearm. Take your left arm and hand up to the ceiling. Turn your eyes and your head to follow your left hand. And this time begin to gently lift your arm up to the ceiling and follow it with your head and your eyes, and then return to neutral. So you're lifting at the waist as you raise your hand up and then come back down. And then change over on your sides. So take your left leg closer, take your right leg back, lean on your left elbow, take your right arm up towards the ceiling, turn your eyes and your head to follow your right hand, and begin to gently lift your arm up to the ceiling, follow it with your eyes and your hand, and then come back down towards the ground. Now again, go ahead and come back onto sitting, bend your left leg backwards, your right leg closer to yourself. Lean on your right hand and place your left hand on top of your head and begin to move your head to the right and the left with the assistance of your left hand. And just notice if that's easier. And then switch sides and repeat. And then leave this alone, lie on your back, and rest. So there's lots of extensions or variations that you can add to this, as far as lifting your knees as you bring your arm up towards the ceiling to make this more difficult, or take your knees to the whole entire opposite side. So it's a very tough lesson towards the end, but it's a fantastic way to integrate the center of your body by moving your knees and lifting your arm up towards the ceiling, as well as trying to have an equal distribution of effort throughout your whole entire spine. So enjoy this lesson. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and hope everything goes well for you. Take care of yourself. Enjoy.